I knew it. See, y'all have to listen to me more. I try to tell y'all, I try to tell everybody, my opinions are everything. I am onto something. When I express an opinion, it is grounded by wisdom, by experience, by intuition, by gut instinct, by the gods just pouring into me and telling me what y'all should think because I think it. So, in this magazine, thank you. First of all, shout out Corinne. Thank you for bringing this to my attention and my awareness. But in this magazine, the Science to Happiness Time special edition that was out in September, it's October. It's a whole nother month, so there's a whole nother magazine out. But I was able to find this when I walked into the store. Anyways, a whole nother thing. But I want this magazine. This magazine, The Science of Happiness, is telling us all things joy, all things happy. Y'all know that is my language. That is my jam right there, because I am a huge believer in raising your life condition. The life condition, the energy, the place where your life vibrates, raising it higher and higher and higher. And that is the way that better and better and better flows into your earthly experience. That is our point of attraction. That is how we manifest. Law of attraction. You can't ask for something you're not. You know, if you feel like you always want to meet good people, you got to get your life to a vibrational condition where that's what flows to you. More often than not, I trust people that I meet because I always attract the most awesome people ever. Now, are there some outliers? Of course there are, for one reason or another, because there's a whole bunch of things in us vibrating. It could be that time when you were 2 and your house was robbed. Nothing to do with you, right? You have no control over who comes in and breaks into your home and steals your stuff. But that thing can activate something in you subconsciously that says, you know what? I don't trust people all that much, because people will rob from you. People will steal from you. People will do things that aren't always awesome, right? You may not even know that's there, because in your heart of heart, you may believe in your upfront mind that I trust people. I'm a trusting person. I have great people in my life, blah, 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 blah. But why did this happen to me? Why did I meet this person and they scam me? Because somewhere way back there, something is vibrating from some past experience that you could have experienced, or even more so, your family. You know that thing that they say, generational curses? This ain't even what this video is about. But anyways, let me just finish the thought. That thing where they say generational curses, it's not so much that you're cursed for generations. It's the fact that the lessons that have been going on in your family, the belief systems that have been ingrained in your family, gets passed from generation to generation to generation. And that's what happens. That's what we manifest. So sometimes when it comes to changing our life condition and manifesting something better for ourselves, we have to go back to the root cause of our belief systems, and we have to work to try to change them. And sometimes when you do that work, family may not always fit in nice and neatly into your new package. But anyways, back to why I was saying y'all gotta listen to everything I tell you, because in August, I went to this place right here, Chile. And I came back and I made 1,039 videos about the place. Why? Because I'm more organized now in the videos that I want to make. And that's why I had so many videos come out about Chile. And I told you guys, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, Chileans are happy. They are like some of the happiest people I've ever met. Even in the comments, for those of you guys who are not Chilean, you go read those comments of my Chilean videos. For all of you who are Chilean, my comments, like even when you didn't agree with me or you felt some kind of way about my assessments, which I'm trying to tell you, I always write, but everybody from Chile always came respectful. They were always respectful. They always disagreed with me in the most respectful manners, and I felt so much love and open-mindedness, because even when I was expressing opinions, they were so patient and expressing their viewpoint, or why their viewpoint is their viewpoint. And it really gave me a better understanding. We are all products of our environment, and it is just absolutely amazing. And there were areas where I didn't think that being an American shaded my way of thinking so much as it did, but it did, and it does. And one of those things was with the term African American. In Chile, they for the most part were calling all people of color African American. And of course, me being African American here, because this is the term that they gave us here in America, I'm like, no, they're not African American. They're from Haiti, or they're from this place, or they're from that place. And it was explained to me patiently and with loving kindness that no, in Chile, they think that anybody who is American, no, who is of African descent, that's the African part, and then of American descent, that's the American part. And I was like, but they're from Haiti. Y'all, I did not know that Haiti was part of the continent North America. And so are all of the Caribbean islands. Maybe y'all knew that, but I didn't know that. So I was like, wow, mind blown. Mind blown. My mind couldn't even wrap around the fact that we in the Americas of North America, the mainlands of North America, South America, and Central America are not the only Americans. And even then, I would venture to say that if there was a Black Mexican person, I wouldn't necessarily call them African American. I would just think of them as Mexican. Or if they were from Brazil or whatever, I still wouldn't have thought of them as African American. But they think of them as African American. That was so freaking amazing to me. There were times when we were in Chile, me and Gwen, and there was this one time we crossing the street all wrong. Like the light was green, but I don't know, we didn't notice because I think we were looking somewhere else, and we're just meandering and these cars are coming. Nobody was beeping at us. Nobody was like, beep, 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 get out the way. They were just patient, stopped, waited for us to figure out what we were doing in the middle of the street. And I was like, oh my goodness. And when I realized that the light had been green, I was like, oops, my bad. But they weren't even demanding of an apology. You know, their energy wasn't demanding an apology. And I know sometimes here with road rage, and even road rage that may not be as strong, if that was happening, I may not honk you out the way, but I'm probably going to be looking at you like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the energy, the attitude of it all. And they were just so freaking patient. Like we had, our chef was driving us around, and he was taking us on a tour of different neighborhoods and showing us different things. And he was in the street, traffic flowing, but he's driving slow as he points out things, and other cars are behind us. But once again, nobody was like, get out of my way. People just patiently drove behind him or patiently went around him. And I was just like, wow, this is just absolutely amazing and peaceful and tranquil. And I even said in one of the videos, I was like, I bet you Chileans have the lowest blood pressure ever known to man. And then this magazine came out. And guess what, guys? Guess what? The happiest place in South America belongs to what country? What country? Yes, Chile. Chile. Listen to me, guys. I be knowing things. And happy feels so good. When you're on a vacation, hold on. It just makes all of the difference when you're dealing with customer service of people who are pretty much satisfied with their lives and the condition of their life and their life opportunities. You know, when you are, it makes a difference. It makes a difference in travel. The happiest place that this magazine says in the world is Finland. I haven't been there yet. Have any of you been to Finland? Let me know your assessment in the comments below of what you think about Finland. I was going to go in 2020, but then I decided on another vacation instead. I'm telling you, my vacation options are just infinite. But yeah, so that was just so exciting to me. And I think not only because of the fact that there are these places that are determined to be the most happy, but I think also just the fact that my judgment, my intuition, and my instinct are becoming sharper and sharper. And I always wanted that because, you know, you want to be able to go out and make snap judgments and calls, because when we're interacting with each other, especially in travel, sometimes that's all you have to rely on. Y'all know, those of you who watch my travel videos, that sometimes I end up in some of the craziest of places with the best people that I just met on the street that day. Check out Barcelona, in an alley, walking down the alley around midnight, and it ended up with a whole posse of loving people who I still communicate with to this day. Check out us in freaking Naples, Italy, where we ended up on one of the best taxi ride tours, yes, with a taxi driver, and he was so tremendously awesome and took us to some of the best places that Naples had to offer that we didn't know anything about. We had to trust him to do that. Check out us in Venice, Italy. Me and my girl Corinne, where we ended up on a midnight gondola ride with a man who did not speak any English and we did not speak any Italiano. Check that out. But it was one of the best experiences. Turns out he was the owner of the restaurant and was bringing out some of the best gourmet foods for us, and we didn't even know if we had to pay at that time. We're just like, girl, we just gonna have to suck it up and pay because we can't even communicate. And he just kept bringing things from the kitchen, and we didn't know who he was at the time. We're like, okay, we're just gonna sit here and be gracious, and we're just gonna eat, and then we'll just pay the bill, whether it's $500, $1,000, whatever. We'll just pay it. And it turned out it was all libre. It was all free. It was all free. This is energy, guys. This is energy. This was not because we did anything to impress this person, but he was drawn to us, and we were all at the right place at the right time, and we had some of the best, most magical experiences. I rely on this instinct. I rely on this intuition when I travel abroad, and it has not failed me. And then to see this piece of evidence right here, this piece of proof right here that my instincts once again were spot on, that Chile are some of the happiest people in the world. Super awesome. Super, super awesome. So that's this video. I don't know what that was about, but I just wanted to tell y'all because I end up buying this magazine. Let me tell you the other thing. I ended up buying this magazine because Corinne was telling me about it and I want to read about it myself. And she had said she'll give me the magazine, but I didn't want to wait for her to give it to me. So I just went and picked up the magazine. I bought this magazine and I bought another magazine. Hold on. I purchased this magazine. 104 most of the world's most amazing places, European edition. Yeah. And I'm thinking they're magazines. Go to the register, pay for them. Y'all, after I got my total, because I also purchased a planner. After I got my total, I went out to my car to check my receipt because I said, surely she must have double rang something. Surely, because ain't no way these magazines could be that much. Like, all of my purchases from Barnes & Noble came to $73. $73. Magazines, a few cards, and a 2020 date book. $73. Y'all, this magazine, $14.99. This magazine, $12.99. Is it $12.99? Yes, $12.99. Where they do that at? I was thinking it was gonna be like $6 or something. So yeah, so because of that, I was like, all right, I'm telling y'all about this magazine too, because if I pay $14.99 for it, we all gonna know about it. I'm gonna let y'all know what y'all need to know from this magazine. And that's what y'all need to know. That my instincts are on. Chile is on and popping. Go there if you can. Peace.